way this video goes, I will be having 2 meals a day. I'll also be doing intermittent fasting, so I'm going to show you what my 2 meals are. Since this is my first video, I'm kind of nervous. I don't know much fancy edits. I don't even know proper shooting angles, but one thing I do know is that I want to share my love for food while keeping all things healthy. I intend to post these what I eat in a week, each and every week, so I can keep myself accountable because God knows I've started my weight loss journey so many times, but I always give up after a while. So I got diagnosed with PCOD back in class 12, and initially what was just irregular periods later turned into weight gain and hair loss as well. Apart from having body image issues, losing hair as a girl really affected my mental health. I still had a more active lifestyle back in college, but we got COVID during the last year of my college, and ever since then I have been at home. I do content creation full time, so I work from home. Now that you're already this far in the video, I feel a little more connected to you, and I want to share something that's personal to me. During college, I used to have a proper diet. I used to go to the gym every single day. So I was at my lowest weight, which was 78 kgs. And now, 5 years later, I'm at my heaviest, which was 107 kgs in January. I have been trying to eat healthy from the beginning of this year, and currently I am at 100 kg right now, but I still have such a long way to go. January and February, I have been pretty consistent while eating healthy and getting some form of workout in. But then again, in March, I neglected my health and started ordering in pretty much every day. But this time, I promised to myself that the next 6 months are gonna be the best ever. So let me tell you a bit more about my diet plan as well. Since I have PCOD, which means my body is already inflamed, I have insulin sensitivity, my meals are going to be focused around protein, lower carb, and a good source of fiber. One thing about me though is that I am very lazy, so I try to keep my meals as simple as possible while still being tasty. I am Bengali, so I do eat chicken and fish. Now I tried my best to make some vegetarian meals, but I do not really like paneer, so I really struggled. So if you're a vegetarian, this is probably a good time to skip this video. This was day 2 of my eating healthy, and even though I slept 8 hours on this particular day, I still woke up with a headache. So the morning breakfast is going to be a super quick one, which is basically an add in everything to your blender smoothie kind of situation. After the breakfast, I take my inositol supplement. My dinners are usually around 8 to 9 p.m. I start shooting them at 8 p.m. And I finish roughly by 9, which is when I eat my dinner. And I also walk for an hour after my dinner, which is my workout for now. In a few months, I'll also join the gym. Right now, I feel too conscious about my body to really go into a gym and work out. So walking works for now. This particular steamed chicken dumpling bowl was one of my go-to meals. I think I had this straight for almost 3 weeks. It is so easy and delicious. It's high protein. does not feel like diet food at all, but it is very, very healthy, and you can add whatever vegetables you want. So the total calories for day 2 was around 954 with 80 to 85 grams of protein. We end up using AI for such silly reasons, but did you know that you could also use ChatGPT to custom generate a meal plan for you? All you do is just go to the app, enter your weight, your activity levels, the kind of calories you want to consume, and any health conditions that you might have, and then ask them to generate a meal plan for you. Make it Indian or whatever cuisine flavors you like, and it'll give you recipes along with food timings and everything. So, if you're someone who struggles to figure out what to eat, that might be a great option for you. Currently, I am tracking every single thing I eat in a day, so I also ask ChatGPT to evaluate my meals for the day, and I realized that my day 1 and 2 has been pretty low on fiber. So, day 3, I have been trying to focus more on fiber. Sweet potato, cucumber, these are all great items. But the main hero of this day for fiber is this cauliflower. With this recipe, I was able to eat a whole head of cauliflower. Can you imagine eating a whole head of cauliflower for one single meal? But when you actually try cauli rice along with chicken or paneer or tofu, you'll realize how delicious it is. It almost has little to no taste. I mean, it could be like an acquired taste, but it tastes very, very good. And it is such a good filling meal. You can say that I've been living under a rock all this while, but I had never had Diet Coke in my life up until last week. And ever since then, I have been having a Diet Coke with all of my dinner meals. Not because I particularly love fizzy drinks, but it's something sweet at the end of the day, and it kind of signals my brain that I don't need dessert afterwards. The Diet Coke itself is my dessert. So, yeah. For day 3, I did a total of 1050 calories and with a protein of 95 to 100 grams. The recipe you're about to see, I just need you guys to stick with me on this and trust the process. I had this vision of a drinkable breakfast, but I also wanted to use up my avocado and Greek yogurt. So I made this avocado smoothie but with Indian ingredients. And I promise this tastes so freaking good, and this smoothie alone kept me full for 5 hours straight. Like, I had this around 2 o'clock, and even by dinner, I still did not feel like eating anything. Even though this is just 238 calories, it packs 18 grams of protein, and I actually struggled to finish this entire glass. You have to try this one. Please let me know if you like it. I just know you will. Since my first meal of the day was so low in calories, I had a lot of calorie in my bank for dinner, so I kind of went all out and I used store-bought chicken sausages, also added some mushroom, and then I added this packet of noodles, which, by the way, even though it tastes good, I think is such a scam because they market this millet noodles as servings of 4. Do you see how thin the noodle cakes are? How are you going to feed 4 people with that? It's a scam to reduce the amount of calories, but anyway, I had a lot, and this whole packet was roughly 400 calories with 12 grams of protein, which was again something I could afford to eat because my other meal was pretty low calorie. This meal in itself was 720 calories with 35 grams of protein, and today again for the first time I tried Pepsi Zero So I actually liked Diet Coke better than Pepsi Zero, but they're both delicious. Okay, my total calories for the day was 1062 with 71 grams of protein. I'm kind of sad today and I'm so late for my meal. I had thought of doing something kind of elaborate, but there's no time and I need to feed my body. So let me show you something really quick. I obviously failed at this attempt of mixing besan with eggs. I wanted to shoot some vegetarian meals for my audience that does not eat non veg. But this recipe was such a fail in sense that I did not have an idea of how much 100-gram paneer would look like. I actually have already made this recipe before, and if you use less paneer, it tastes really, really good. But I put so much toppings on this simply because I had a protein quota to meet. This was a really painful eat. I mean, it tasted good, but I was so full by the end of the meal, I could barely finish. For dinner, my mom surprised me by making my meal herself. She made this zero oil chicken curry because she knows that I'm on a diet, and she also made quinoa for me. So I have nothing to show you guys, but this is what I ate for dinner. We are finally at the last day of this week series, and for my meal number 1, we're gonna make this ragi noodles. I got this from Amazon, 60 grams of this. It's 225 calories and 7 grams of protein, which is way better than the other noodles that I had previously. For this one, I just tried to use whatever leftover vegetables I had in the fridge. So, mushrooms from the time I made that noodle bowl, and then some cherry tomatoes from day 1 when I made that yogurt bowl for breakfast. Then I just added a little bit of noodle water, cooked everything well, and then loaded up with seasonings. Add in the noodle packet masala, then drop in the noodles and whatever protein you like. If you're wondering where the other egg went, it's here. Dinner is the same as yesterday, and that is the end of the video. Thank you for watching.